Can you describe your training regime in lead up to this fight?
Like, my training camp is like almost simple. Just 1 month in Dagestan and last 2 months in US. Now almost 20 days before the fight, I'm here in Abu Dhabi. Feeling great, feeling good, you know.
Okay. My last question for you. How happy are you to fight in Abu Dhabi? Any message for your fans in India who would be traveling to watch your fight?
Yes, you know, I'm very excited about this fight because this is very big opportunity for me. You know, it's like very big show in Middle East, in Abu Dhabi, you know, and a lot of my friends from Dagestan, from Russia, from USSR countries, from here in come watch this fight, you know, and I can't wait, you know, I'm very excited about this show. It's going to be a very big show in this area, and it's honor to fight here in main card, in main event, you know, and I'm very happy about this.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Khabib. Best of luck for your fight.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
If you find that your question has been answered, you may remove yourself from the queue by pressing star 2. If you would like to queue up for a question, participants, you may press star 1 on your telephone keypad. We will now take our next question from Damon Martin from MMA Fighting. Please go ahead.
Hey, Khabib. Thanks for doing this today. Let me start with, Dustin Poirier. Obviously, he's been on an incredible run lately, but in your opinion, what makes Dustin a tough matchup? What makes him a tough opponent in this fight?
I think I agree with you. You know, he have very good win streak. He beat a lot of good guys. He beat like last fight. He beat very tough opponent, Max Holloway. You know, and I think he deserved this. And what makes him tough opponent, I think his experience. I think he has a good experience. Even if he lose couple times in UFC, he have good experience. He have like 20 or more than 20 fights in UFC. And he have very big fights before. He fight with tough opponents, and I think it's about experience. This is my opinion.
Your last fight, Khabib, everyone knows you had a very personal grudge with Conor McGregor. With you and Dustin, there's a lot of respect. He's not said a bad word about you. I don't think there's any bad blood. Do you prefer a fight like this where things aren't as personal, where things don't get as personal?
I think like this sport, like mixed martial arts, this is all about respect. You know, we have to respect each other. Like even if you don't like your opponent, you have to respect him. You know, because this is very tough sport, unforgivable sport, and you know, like you have family, your opponent has family. A lot of people watch on you guys. A lot of kids watch on you, and that's why you have to be respect. This is very important, and you know, like my last fight, it was like a little bit crazy and tough fight, but now I have opponent. I want to show respect too, you know, and all about respect. That's why we show both we show respect. But when cage close, it's gonna be very good high level matchup in lighter division, you know. And this right now is like most important fight in lighter division because he interim champion, I'm real champ, and we have to fight, and it's gonna be high level fight. Even if we respect each other, when we go to the cage, we both understand like who is enemy inside the cage.
Khabib, you are the lightweight champion, 27-0 in your career, and right now you're number 2 in the pound-for-pound rankings in the sport. Does something like that matter to you? I know your teammate Daniel Cormier talked a lot about it. And some fighters, it matters a lot to them to be considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the sport. Is that something that matters to you or something you think about?
Honestly, like if you fight, you have to be like I want to become best fighter in the world. I want to become pound for pound number one. You have to worry about this. You have to think like this. But I don't care about this. I just focus on my every single opponent, and that's why I'm here. I'm almost on the top, pound for pound, and this fight is nothing changed. I'm focused on my opponent. Of course, who knows? Maybe next week, next Saturday, I'm gonna finish Dustin Poirier, and maybe I'm gonna become pound for pound number one fighter. Who knows? Nobody knows.
And last question, Khabib. I know your focus is 100% on Dustin Poirier, but I have to ask, if you are victorious, move to 28-0 next weekend, who do you believe is next in line for the title shot? Do you believe it's Tony Ferguson? Is that the fight that would make the most sense in terms of your next title defense? Who deserves the next title shot?
Oh, here is only Tony Ferguson, of course. I think he deserves. Who is else? Nobody. Only Tony Ferguson, I think.
Thank you, Khabib.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Again, if you find that your question has been answered, you may remove yourself from the queue by pressing star 2. And if you would like to queue up for a question, press star 1. We will take our next question from Mark Raimondi from ESPN. Please go ahead.
Hey, Khabib, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Thank you for taking the time out. I appreciate it. I just wanted to ask you quick about your traditional Dagestani headdress that you wear at your papaha. How proud does it make you to kind of bring Dagestan culture to the world? Because that's kind of almost become world renowned now because you wear it so often.
It's honor to me to represent my traditional headgear around the world, my culture, my history, because Dagestan has very big history, very big culture, and it's an honor to me, because I have opportunity. A lot of people know me, and I want people know where I'm from, and, I want to show, people, Dagestan culture, Dagestan history, because we have very big history in Dagestan, and, if I have opportunity, why not? Why not?
I know that you didn't start wearing the papaha until your first UFC fight in 2012. Why did you ultimately decide to do it, and are you glad that you made the choice to wear it so often?
Why I wear this? Yes.
Yeah, because I know you didn't wear it earlier on in your career, only until you got to the UFC. So why did you decide to do it, and are you happy that you've now done it?
Yeah, but before, I didn't have a nickname too. When I signed with the UFC, my manager told me, hey, you need nickname because your name is a little bit hard for American people, and you need something for friends remember you. Then my friends told me, hey, why not? Maybe you're gonna wear papaha, and because this is our culture, and because UFC is very big stage, and you can, very big platform, you can show around the world our culture, and why I bring nickname Eagle, because Eagle is a symbol from Dagestan, and that's why. And I just try to show. I just try to use this big platform, and I think I'm very success on this, because the last more than 7 years I use this platform with my papaha, and more than 7 years I keep undefeated. Now I'm undefeated and undisputed UFC lightweight champion, and now everybody know about papaha, everybody know about Dagestan, where I'm from. A lot of people know about Dagestan culture, history, and where this region, and I think my plan is working.
And then just last thing from me, Dagestan has a long history of warriors, of fighters. Do you feel like you are kind of carrying on that legacy of the Dagestani warrior?
I think yes, we have big history. We have big history now. I feel I am part of the Dagestan history, but I don't know now. I think after 20, maybe 40, maybe 50 years later, people gonna understand what I did. Right now, maybe no. I think in future, people gonna remember my name because I don't think I do great job, but I don't I feel I do not bad job for all Dagestan region.
Thank you, Khabib. Appreciate it. Good luck next week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We will take our next question from Nolan King from MMA Junkie. Please go ahead.
Hey, Khabib. I really appreciate you taking the time out today. First thing for me, fighting in Abu Dhabi, obviously a very large Muslim population there. What kind of atmosphere are you expecting on the walkout when you make your walk next Saturday?
Honestly, I don't know because all the time when I fight in UFC, I didn't have almost 100% support in the stadium. But right now, I think I'm gonna feel this because I feel this is my area. This is not Dustin Poirier area. These people don't come to watch fights because of Dustin. These people come because of me, and that's why I feel I'm gonna have big support from my friends here in Middle East. A lot of people gonna come from USSR countries, Russia, from Dagestan, from the Arabic countries. A lot of people gonna come support me, and thank you so much for them. And I can't wait. I'm very excited about this feeling, and I think it's gonna be my night, inshallah.
And something else that's unique about this event is it's the day. It's streamed in the day here in the United States on pay-per-view. The UFC has been hesitant about putting big stars on pay-per-views overseas in Europe and in Russia. Do you feel like with this card happening, with you headlining a show that streams in the United States during the day, that it opens up the door for a potential title defense in Russia down the line?
I don't know. It's a little bit hard question for me. We have to watch because long time UFC didn't make pay-per-view show in this region, in Abu Dhabi, in this region. This is a little bit hard question, but we'll see. I think UFC wanna watch too, about numbers, because everything about numbers, and they're gonna watch, they're gonna check, and I think they're gonna check, but we'll see now because right now pay-per-view is working a little bit different, and it's big question, big question. If me and Dustin show maybe 700 or 600 thousand pay-per-view, it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. We'll see. For me, it's interesting too how much pay-per-view we're gonna show.
Sure thing. And last question for me. We're in an era where a lot of champions, as soon as they win their belt, they already start talking about moving divisions, super fights, and whatnot. While you've welcomed all comers, leading up to since you've won the belt, do you feel like you have a certain obligation to defend your title before you make any types of switches like that?
I think if you want to improve your legacy, change your weight classes, I don't think this is help for you. Only one thing helps for you. You have to beat tough opponents, and And what about when you beat tough opponents and you still undefeated more than 11 years? And I think this one can improve your legacy. And if you lose couple times in UFC and you win one title, second title, then you lose again. Even if you win 3 titles, this is not to make you great. My opinion, when you're undefeated long time and when you never lose and this one is real thing. This is my opinion, and doesn't matter what people think, doesn't matter what they want. When you go to the cage and again you win, they have to talk about, oh, this guy is best, and I don't focus on welterweight or featherweight. My focus in lightweight division. I'm a real lightweight, and my fight is gonna be in lightweight division. I don't want to change any weight classes. I want to focus in my weight division.
Awesome. Thanks for the time, Khabib.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Jay Adams from Stadium Network. Please go ahead.
Taking the time to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Khabib, you and Poirier have a common opponent, actually two common opponents, Michael Johnson and Conor McGregor. How much stock do you put in the fact that you're able to stop both those guys, and both those guys were able to finish Poirier via punches? How much of that do you weigh when you're handicapping, when you're studying tape? How heavy a factor is that for you?
Honestly, I don't think about this, because after this fight, Poirier improved a lot. Now I think he's a completely different fighter, and this is striking matchup versus Poirier versus Michael Johnson and Conor versus Poirier. It was striking match. Okay, if Poirier catch him, Poirier can knock them out. If these guys catch him, anything can happen, But me versus Poirier is a completely different matchup, because I'm not going to stand with him, and he knows this. And right now Poirier completely different fighter, and I don't think about all this fight.
If I may follow up, with so many wins and no losses, in other sports with other athletes, they can become complacent. What do you do to avoid becoming complacent? How do you maintain your intensity?
I just stay focused, train always hard, and And I don't know, I have inside this, if you don't have this is very hard to find, I have inside this fire. I am very competitive, I want to fight with best guys in the world, and that's why I'm here. If I feel I don't want to more compete, I'm gonna finish. Right now I feel this hungry, I feel this motivation, this fire, and that's why I stay focused. And everything about your inside, what you feel. If you feel like you want to compete with all these fighters, and you can, why not? And I want to stay busy. I want to stay hungry. I want to stay focused, humble. This is the key.
One last question for me, and thank you, Khabib. Would you say, given the level of opponents that Dustin has had up till now, and he really seems to be ripening at just the right time, and it seems, you hear that old adage, my time has come. He seems to really be peaking right around now. Would it be safe to say this will be your toughest challenger to date?
Right now, when I watch Dustin Poirier, I think it's going to be my toughest challenge. I always think like this. Even when I fought with Darren Horcher, I think, okay, this guy is my toughest challenge. This is, I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to underestimate this guy. People, I think a lot of people underestimate his ground game. I think he has good ground game, like Dustin. And he have good grappling, a little bit also old school style, but he's no bad on the ground. He's no bad on feet. He's kicking, his knee, he's punching, his footwork. He's very good fight, you know. I think it's gonna be very tough fight for me, you know. And I'm ready for this. Like almost 100 days, last 100 days, I trained so hard for this fight. Now I have 1 week before the fight, and I'm still focused. And you know, we're almost there. You know, fight is around the corner, and I'm very focused on Dustin Poirier. You know, I'm not underestimating this guy.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We will take our next question from Jeffrey Harris from 411 Mania MMA. Please go ahead.
Good morning. Thank you, Khabib, for joining us today. I really appreciate the time. Are there any concerns at all over the travel arrangements for Abu Dhabi and dealing with the heat and the temperature at all?
Yeah, you know, before I come here, a lot of times, you know, I feel, I can feel this temperature, climate is different, you know. That's why I come here almost 20 days before the fight. That's why, you know, right now, almost 10 days I'm here, feel great. My jet lag is finished. My weight is good. I feel very good energy, you know. And I love this place. You know, I love this place, and I can't wait to show for this place. Very good show next Saturday.
Khabib, are you excited to come back because there was the suspension issue? So does it make you more excited to come back and prove to the world what a great champion you are?
Yes, of course. I'm very excited about my comeback. You know, like honestly, my plan was. After a sober fight, my plan was I really want to fight in April, and everybody knows what happened. But right now it's like September, you know. Okay, it's not bad, but before I guess I show you guys how I come back after 3 surgery in a row. But right now it's like all this year I stay busy, I stay training, I stay focused, hungry, and my shape is very good right now, alhamdulillah, and I'm going to show good performance next Saturday.
And last question for Khabib. Since Conor McGregor is on ESPN making noise about not being retired anymore, in April of last year, he and his entourage did try to attack you on that bus. Is there ever any concern that he and his entourage might come after you again and try to assault you in a bus or something like that again?
Honestly, I don't understand what you ask about. But this guy, like when he won last time, why we keep talking about this guy? This guy don't win more than 3 years, you know. We keep talking about this guy. I don't want to talk about him. We have Dustin Poirier. We have a lot of stuff. Please, let's talk about real stuff.
We will take our next question from Sergio Gomez from Diario MMA. Please go ahead.
Hi, Khabib. How are you doing? Thank you for taking the time to do this. I was wondering, how special does it feel to finally have your father on the corner with you while you are the champion?
Yes, this is very important for me. You know, finally my father gonna be corner with me. You know, like I'm very excited about this. I feel how my father excited about this. So you know, it's gonna be great night for us. My father and Coach Javier, very good mix, 2 great coaches. You know, and I think with these 2 guys, I have to win. So this is very important. You know, and next Saturday I can't wait.
Okay, does it feel any more pressure on you for having your father there, plus having the support of the whole arena? Because like you mentioned, probably Dustin is not very popular around there. Does that make you feel any more pressure?
Yeah, a little bit pressure. I feel good energy. I feel good energy, and same time I feel pressure. Same time I feel pressure, and father all the time give me good energy. Because he is not only my coach, he is my father first of all. And I feel a little bit pressure, and at the same time I feel great energy. And we'll see. We'll see. If I say I don't feel pressure, it's not true. Of course I feel pressure. I don't make upset my father. First time he's gonna be cornering me, and very exciting and very important time for me.
Okay, then finally, what does it feel to have also your teammates that were suspended being able to fight on the same card as you?
Yeah, Islam Makhachev fight. He has very good fights. I think very interesting fight for fans. David Ramos, the ADCC champion. He has 4 win streak. In the lightweight division, Islam have 5 win streak. These 2 guys, I think they deserve be in top 15, top 10. These 2 very tough guys in lightweight division, and they're gonna fight. This is for me is like most interesting fight in this card. And comeback Zubaira Tohugo gonna come back versus undefeated fighter from I think England, and it's gonna be very interesting for me too, and very exciting for me, because when you're 2 real close brothers fighting, of course it's a little bit, and this will give me a little bit pressure, but I hope they're gonna give me good energy before my fight. They're gonna win, inshallah, and then I'm gonna do my job like I do always, inshallah. And this is the plan. When we go to the cage, we all have same goal. We have to win.
Okay, thank you, Khabib, so much. Good luck on September 7th.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We will take our last question in today's Q&A session from Cole Shelton from Sherdog. Please go ahead.
Hi, Khabib. Thanks for doing this. Really appreciate it.
Hi, how are you? Everything.
Your dad said about a year ago he wanted to see you retire in a year. Have you talked about that? How much longer do you see yourself competing for?
Good question, good question. No yet, but I have to fight. I'm not a young fighter. I'm not prospect. I already UFC champion. I defend my title. This is my second defense. Of course, I don't have a lot of fights ahead, because I do want to fight when I was 4 years old. This is not my time. We'll see. But before I make this decision, I have to talk with my father. I have to talk with Coach Javier, all my brothers, management team, Dominus MMA, and with all people around me. I cannot make this decision alone. But right now, I'm focused on competition because I have too much fire inside.
Just another one too. One of your close friends and teammates in DC lost about 2 weeks ago. Has that how much of an impact has that had on you, seeing him lose? And just because you always see videos of you two always hanging out, and what was the impact of him losing?
When DC lost, it was very sad moment for us. Same time, Ken Velasquez lost his mother, and after a couple of days, DC lost his father. It was a little bit hard week for all AKA team, but it is what it is. If when God wants something, nobody can change it. Losing belt, it's nothing when you lose your father or mother. When you lose belt, and it's of course this is sad, but when you lose your father, this is completely different story. we feel bad for him, but we know how this is competitor, how this is strong. I want to wish him good luck, and we just talked with him like a couple days ago. We talked with him. We talked about my fight. We talked about his fight, about his father, But I just try to give him good energy, See, now he have very hard time in his life, but time change everything. I hope he's gonna be good, and I really want he fight with Stipe Miocic revanche and finish his career. This is what I want. I don't know about his plan, but honestly, I want to fight maybe February or March, and fight with him, last fight, and finish.
Just last question. I know in the ESPN interview that just got out today, you said Poirier doesn't have that one-punch knockout power. So we've seen you stand with Iaquinta. So is you standing for a bit with Poirier? Is that a realistic chance in this fight?
All fights beginning on stand up, on feet, Then we're gonna watch what I'm gonna do. Of course, I wanna feel his speed. I wanna feel his power, and when fight is beginning, we're beginning on stand up, and then we will see what I'm gonna do. Nobody knows, and fight is fight, and my plan is finish this guy. This is what I want. And, we'll see.
All right, Khabib, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.